Neil, at some point, if it makes sense in the meeting, can you call, I'm putting these out on the tables. You can either shake them to hand out.
For sure, I
These
gotta,
are from the parade that I don't put it hand out.
oh, yeah, I gotta,
Just put them on the tables for people to take.
yeah, I can make that announcement for sure.
Jones sent it.
It's your.
It's all yourself.
And your gold. It's like nominee and. Very fun. Good, so the guys play fight.
Let's go, we got 10 minutes, actually 13 minutes to go. Let's go. Now I just gotta run my truck to grab this part was never got put with it, and I kept it in the truck. Oh, I gotta go back. What? All the little USB thing, and like, I think I got left on the side of my laptop. So I didn't wanna, I just left it in my truck.
Yeah, they talk about it, but. Everything. I heard them talk to you. Yes, that's okay. Yes, I'm gonna make that from like good months. All right. I asked him. Oh my God.
Church.
It feels good.
One night.
Yeah, it was. They were big. Yeah.
Put that on our board. Oh, yeah, oh, Angela. Sweet. We're ready 10 minutes beforehand.
New record.
I know, you guys got it now.
So you're doing the power thing and then doing the light show?
Oh.
Figured out. So the black powder. That's why.
What, Brad? He said. How was it?
It's a real bad thing. Yeah, exactly. Minor, yeah, I think the medical one, somebody says something about. I can say anything just in case. Yeah, right.
How you doing?
Hopefully people take it. Why, you have an idea?
Oh, I mean.
I think we usually get rid of most of it. Like, it's not enough to. Yeah, what are you looking for it?
Well, mother and I got lost, and I sent off that. Yeah.
Sure. Are they open?
Only on Saturday and.
Okay, so Tuesday then. We'll be able to have it. Does that work for you? Okay, I can do it. I can do it. Want me to? Okay. You don't know. Facing. Weird.
I don't think I've ever worn a medium.
It's not good. Well,
This is a medium.
tell you, it's just not. It's not branded, it's ours.
This is a medium. This is a medium from last year.
That one looks small, but the other one, I think it's nice.
Yeah, they're both mediums. Like, this is a different brand, so that's what we're checking. We get these, if people get an extra large like I normally do. Dude. I don't know why they're so different.
I thought so. Yeah.
Bill me.
I think it's all done.
Yes, like at the bottom.
I think that's right. Somebody. Well, we got that. Yeah. But I was having self insurance. I don't know how many you know. Well, actually. So might be my right shoe. This was. Maybe, yeah, so. I was gonna. Chip it, right?
Big difference. Like how that meeting would be, this meeting would be fine.
Yeah, they have.
Like these cars.
Yeah.
It could be like the IC.
They're waiting on all their license. Larry, probably about getting hired. Like, for their first, yeah, it's something like that. If you're. Yeah, exactly, and I'm like, what? Oh, pardon. Yeah. I, my suggestion, I never get my administrative, I don't get a feel. I put out Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'm last year because I was in Valley back. Not really close to it's all big, yeah. Yeah. Like. Yeah, I like the whole small, like, I don't know, it's not I don't think you're on it, like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's. That might be. Like, oh, that's the spread. And our picture. I'll be off. We can go like there. So one of my. They did like. Anyway, and then. So got right there. Yeah. What is your? Or. No, it's not. No, see. You know, you went to the gym,
I've been looking.
I don't have. Yeah. Cab driver. And I was dinner. And it was about a church class. And then one of the when I got college with I did singing at and then we're asking the senior guy. And then the senior singing like, well, one yeah. Good times. Yeah, you know, I don't know why I don't like so fast, you know.
Sorry. Nope, I just been a long time there.
Yeah, I just got some.
That's probably. We're good now. Ready to stop my video? Right, we're good.
What are you doing there? That's what you were needing, like, sick. On me, I'm long.
Right, let's get this meeting started. Please rise if you're able to. We'll do a pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. All right, so this meeting is being recorded on Zoom. If you guys do want to come back and or you're not able to make one of these meetings, you want to see the meeting, we actually upload these onto our YouTube channel and you can watch these. So if you ever miss one and want to check it out, it's on there on YouTube. And then we will welcome our guests and visitors. So we got 3 guests. When I call your name, if you just stand up. And then just say, give a fun fact about yourself or where you're from originally. So we'll do Brian Thomas.
Everybody, Brian, I just signed the paperwork. Remember,
Thank you very much, Brian.
lived in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Fun fact, oh boy. I once hit at Miller Park. My high school baseball team was sponsored to play a game there, and I got to pitch it.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice. Well, welcome, Brian. And then we got Levi Long, sorry.
How's it going, everybody? It's Levi. I'm originally from Texas, grew up on Power Ranch, so. I joined the Midwest and all the farms, so thanks so much for having me. And I also did, work for the those, yeah.
Last week on Monday. Thank you very much. Do we have anybody online?
We have Aaliyah and Eileen.
Welcome, Aaliyah.
Guys.
All right, so one of the best things about Rotary is know your friends, know your fellow Rotarians, so we'll just I'll leave this question up here. If you guys can just talk at your table for 5 minutes, talk about what your favorite fall tradition, whether carving pumpkins or if you do anything special with your family. You guys just want to share with one another, so that'd be wonderful. We'll do it for 5 minutes.
What is your favorite
Favorite
fall tradition? Go.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm doing this right now.
Last weekend.
Oh, man.
It's gotta get.
All right.
It makes sense. And. The carrots are.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey,
I love this.
okay, second.
It's been going on for 60+ years.
And. You drop it in the shirt.
Right, good one.
Do you have a favorite?
That's
I don't want to take the finger away from the local dinners right now. Fall of the year is always been.
That's one of our.
Like the dark green done. Yeah. All the strange things that he and the shark that was very wrong for that few years. She got it. Just like. Yeah. And the church of like that.
Feel that, you know.
200-300 is. And if you watch, the women had the first line they left.
They always. Yeah. Oh. Years ago, yeah, they like the same, and every business class, and until their entire maybe, one class, that was. They're so. The first one was very, oh yeah, that's the one that was like. The different ways because of your body. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. It's like, looks like you're freezing off up to. So those really black are sweaty. See, but nothing's here. Yeah. It's like it's good for you. Yeah, exactly. It's the first year that I played around. That I got here at. Okay, you have to develop. Well. Yeah. Yeah. But they have to.
But I still have very assistants in it to make some pieces. So you have to see all. I don't know. They go down to the wall.
They look for this church had been bothered. James Brown.
You went to school there?
People put stuff.
Hey, good.
Yeah.
All that.
That's the first time I ever seen all.
Yeah.
So, happy old food and great, and my mother was doing that, someone would have it there. And all right. You're not really.
I feel like it's not bad.
I didn't see it. Was it you sent email? I email. Yeah, it was fine. I couldn't.
I said, like, you said that battery was gonna come on anyway. I said, I'm gonna text it over.
And the guys, they just had one problem after the next. So there was a lot of mistakes that they had them over there.
Yeah.
Half around.
It's a.
That hurt. I mean, you know,
That was one of the fun things about,
We're talking about.
very nice size, so we could hold mediums.
It's my idea.
And it's the meeting.
Yeah. You know, I think that's like the big problem, is there's so much to write. There's like, yeah.
I don't know anything. About it, but it's like,
You have another email?
You could have sent it to Gmail, no? Is that where you?
Now it's not that, but their top one's not very solid, they could ever, I mean, they.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Like the same stuff we're gonna do. Yeah, this is like a Heather.
All right. I'll bring everyone's attention back in. I hope you guys found out some good. Yeah, I next to see. So for Rob birthdays here, it's actually Alyssa's birthday, so if you feel free to send her birthday message, then Johnny Braddock was yesterday, and then you have Emma Booth coming up here in a couple days. Barry Dean here. Nathan on October 21st then too. So a lot of birthdays this month, that's a fun month. Then RAH anniversaries, Jolene, you're hitting 1 year here on tomorrow, that is tomorrow, and with Megan, so. Congratulations on a year with Rotary, thank you for stepping up and being on the board and all that, all within a year, thank you very much. For any announcements, I just asked to come up here to the front, speak so the owl can hear you. I do have this microphone that I'm not using, but it's here. So then I'll open this up to any guests, if they have any guest announcements, you can come up and speak. And then otherwise, yeah, we have a RAH announcements here. Yeah, you're good.
All right, well, I want to make this quick because at the beginning of the year, Steph challenged us to set goals for ourselves, right? And my goal was to start a documentary project. And I am happy to announce I am seeing that through to completion. Now, it conflicts with our first November meeting, I believe. It's a Tuesday evening over at the Rivoli, but it is premiering.
Oh.
So. I don't want to take anybody away from the RAH meeting if you want to go to that, but you are all invited to come check it out. It's on the Rivoli website. It's called Come Here, Brother Wolf, Veterans Pilgrimage. And it talks about the trip that Father Conrad leads every year from the Turbo to take veterans to Assisi to help them heal with their mental, spiritual healing journey. So I'm excited for that. I'm currently editing and yeah, you're all welcome and keep an eye out for future showings.
Awesome, congratulations. I'm thinking.
Wait, we have another announcement. We've got a new dad in the house.
Yeah, Jason just had a
Baby Emma joined the world at 10:54 on the 9th. She's doing great. She is a absolutely amazing little hairy creature, I call her. She's got more hair than I do. Mom is doing good. They would be here tonight, but she had had her last RSV. That was crummy and wet and all that fun stuff. So she'll be here at the next meeting to see everybody and meet everybody. Sleep is fun when we get it. But everything is going real good, so thank you for all the well wishes and everything. But yeah, she was born, it was a unplanned C-section. We were planning to go natural, but with every contraction, her heartbeat dropped a little bit more. So they said, we gotta get her out. It's not gonna be rushed. Next thing you know, they're handing me some white suit that barely fit. And some things that were supposed to go over my big feet that barely fit. And we're in the room and I got to cut the cord. It was interesting. I give you the sharp of the scissors, but. That's that, so yeah, baby Emma is here. She's hanging out at home right now, probably sleeping. She's got done eating before I left, so. Yeah, thanks, everybody.
There you go.
Perfect. Yeah, one is an ugly,
Yeah.
there's science, yeah, yep. Then we have a service committee update, so there's a few things coming up in the next few slides. Next one will be October 25th. We got 10 AM to 2 PM. This is our Xmas rolling. We bought a whole bunch of lights for our Ugly Sweater 5K, so we gotta get them on reels. So when we go back out there to actually put up the Ugly Sweater 5K lights, it's all on reels. It makes it easier on us. So that's a volunteer event for October 25th. Then the next one is November 15th, which will be Lacrosse Symphony Greeters. And then we have the Rotary Lights Parade after that too. So this is the opening parade coming into Rotary Lights. That is canceled?
Yes.
All right. Never mind.
No, right on our part.
Our participation is perfect.
Yeah, just
Okay.
raw, not being in it.
Yeah, all right, perfect, thank you. And then Toys for Tots, we've got that scheduled for December 13th. I know we're a ways out. Most likely there is gonna be something for the Cooley Region Humane Society. Fingers are very crossed on that, and then potentially a highway cleanup. Maybe at the end of October. We're talking maybe October 30th or something like that. If it's gonna happen.
I know you probably know the answer to this, so I'm gonna ask you anyhow.
Yep.
What does the dress symphony, what are we gonna wear? Do we
Ooh.
know? Or should I ask Jenny?
We can ask Jenny. I do not know that, no.
Yeah, I
Probably.
mean, just like nice.
Semi-formal,
pressure.
semi-formal. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
I wear like a raw shirt with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I wear like a raw shirt with like a cardigan then?
I mean, a RAH shirt, yeah, if you wanna represent RAH, I think that's fine.
Perfect,
They usually like the, CV groups.
yeah,
Are ushering people that way, so.
wonderful.
How many do we need for that?
I'd have to look. I think it's like 12 or 15 or something like that.
You get a free show.
And then after, once you get done greeting, you get to watch symphony. So. Then programs and socials here. So our upcoming October social will be pickleball for polio. If you still want to sign up with team, there's flyers on your tables. You can sign up there or just show up and hang out with fellow Rotarians. Then our Friday social, or I should say November social, will be at Jenny's house. This was a blast last year for anyone who attended. It was a great time. We'll do a potluck and just go hang out and have a great time as a group. And then we have a foundation committee. So last time we did Paul Harris Fellowship Awards. And I forgot the badges and the certificates. So I brought them with me. I gave one over to Amy here, but then I also have one here. This is when you donate financially for over $1,000, if I'm correct, to the Rotary Foundation. This foundation has 7 main areas of focus. And it just helps the Rotary's impact internationally, locally, giving to local projects and building communities. So this is a award to recognize those financial donations to this. And Larry wasn't able to attend the last meeting, but we'd like to present Larry with the Paul Harris Fellow. And just.
Thanks, Larry.
Now I have Jeremy coming up to speak about a little project that they're thinking about doing.
Yeah, thanks, Mike's on.
Yep.
All right, so for those that don't know me, Jeremy Moritz, I've been a Rotarian since, I always forget, I think it's 2012. So you don't see me all that often, but I Very impacted by Rotary in my journey over the last decade. With the most recent event was April of 24. My wife and I got to go on a Rotary Friendship Exchange. Highly recommend doing it. This talk isn't about that. It's really what came out of that friendship exchange though, which is the opportunity to do international projects. So this past June, the club had some extra funds, and when we were in Brazil, we actually visited two areas. So very similar to lacrosse on Alaska, Holman, all the Rotary clubs we have here. We went to two geographical areas, one in Foz do Iguazu, probably saying that wrong, and then Cascavel. So Cascavel had a small project that we were able to help last June through one of the families that I stayed at their home. She was really passionate about it. Really short story was a long-term care laser treatment type equipment for people in long-term care. So elderly, and it just really helps the program. Again, US dollar goes a long way in Brazil, so they were very grateful. I'm excited to eventually kind of get an update on that project. The other club in Foz came to me with this other project. And again, I just want to give a little bit of a, what came out of the RFE was some really strong friendships and relationships that I think for at least myself and my wife will continue for a long period of time. They've got young children. One of the daughters is in med school right now. We message with her on WhatsApp. She checks in, the mom, she owns a school down in Brazil. This is Cascavel, but then the other family we stayed with, just super great families that like we built really good relationships with. And then they're now club president. She's an entrepreneur. She owns a pizza place. It's like a French bread place. And again, just her name's Doll Zira, but we called her Doll, DAL. And she presented us, their club has this project. We went down and we saw several different Rotary projects while we were there, one of which was at this hospital. And so they have a project to add these neonatal care pediatric devices, right? I'm not in medicine, so I don't know what a phototherapy device, I do. It's like for warming the babies and stuff like that. And again, it's a really neat project. The total funding on it, is somewhere on the range from like 35,000 US dollars. Well, of which like they're able through district grants that they have, global dollars, partner clubs, they're trying to, get that $35,000. Their ask to us was originally the $3,300. Well, I wasn't the only one on the RFE. Kelly Dunn in the Holman Club was also on the RFE. He built relationships, so they also came to them. Holman, as you can see, has committed $2,000 up to $2,500 for the project. So as the foundation committee met last night, we talked, our goal is really to see if we can fill that gap. And and not just fill the gap from like, hey, do we have the funds to be able to do it? Can we raise the money? Because to be frank, we can get that money pretty easily. There's even a handful of members that would probably step up to this. But we want to, as a club, to be supported as a whole. Not just, hey, Jeremy, brought this idea. We really want to look at international projects as something that in the future, is this a location that maybe you'd want to go visit? Is it, is it hits your heart to something you feel like is fitting in with the Rotary, mission? And it does. I mean, the club itself has to meet the global guidelines to get funds from other sources. So I mean, again, that's not the question. It's whether or not our club wants to be supportive of this. I would help champion, the fundraising efforts because we don't have budget in our club to do this just out of our checkbook to write the check. So we are looking for kind of a global support within the club to say like, this is good idea. So, again, kind of the bullet points of what they're looking for. Again, the hospital cribs, the phototherapy devices, installation. And then when we were down there, and again, it's a plaque. I know we have plaques on our Rotary projects here in town, but there is recognition of which clubs are helpful in the installation of the projects. I know when we did the mobile meals, for example, like there's the whole plaque of all the contributing members and clubs and people that were supported. So we would have Rotary after hours if we decided to take this on as a problem. So anybody have questions about the RFE, Brazil? I mean, again, my take on it is they're amazing people. It's a wonderful area. If you ever get a chance to visit, it's not Sao Paulo, sorry, you do fly to Sao Paulo. It's on the east coast or west coast by Portugal where the star is. I'm trying to think if you can see it. So what's the Christ? Where is that one? Rio. It's not Rio. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's very much so a small community rural. So, I mean, I would say like Cascavel and Foz are very lacrosse. I mean, it's probably bigger in our region, but like it felt very much so like our type of area, not a Chicago and New York type of area, if that makes sense. Like it's not a huge metro, it's more rural, if I were to describe it. Not like Houston rural, Cooley region rural. Questions?
What's the bottom line on what you're?
So my ask is
What's
this.
the bottom line here? Cut to the chase. Well, I'm running out of time.
I mean, I don't know if that's my ask. I mean, if that's for me to ask, I mean, I will make
Is that what you're
ask.
doing? You're asking us to if we want to be involved, I want to be involved. How's that sound?
That sounds great. I mean, so, I mean, I don't know, Neil or Marissa, what the logistics are. If we just do like a, hey, hands up if you think this is a good enough project, good enough region. So, yeah.
Yeah, all those in favor or will be in favor of the club, voting to help you out with the project, please raise your hands.
Seems pretty, yeah, I see like majority of 10, 15.
As a matter of fact, you're not asking anybody for a specific amount of money. You're just saying, if you'd like to support this, if you want to write a check for 10 or 15 or 25 or 50 or $100, that's up to us.
I also think too, like, think about it, is this the next bio-delete as we build partnerships around the world? Would you want more information on potential opportunities to travel there with a group of Rotarians, you know, maybe like we did for Mexico this last February? Is Brazil something that we would want to consider as we build partnerships? Bio-delete's still gonna be there, we're still gonna support them, but would Brazil be one that we maybe want to explore or hear more information?
Yeah. And Bill's been there before. He wasn't on this RFP. He's got relationships and Bill Pritchard in Brazil as well. So again, just think it's a good opportunity. So I will probably be reaching out to people and seeing, as Dean said, you know, if it's $10, $25, we're gonna try to come up with that gap to support that forward.
If you don't write checks, how do you do it?
We'll send a follow-up email with some information, because there are some logistics on, it has to come from the club to get that DDF, so we'll stay tuned for more info.
Perfect, thank you, Jeremy.
I think an important part of all of our giving, when we support things like this, or we do the things through the Paul Harris. It's never a condition that we know exactly where the money's going or how we're gonna spend that money. I mean, we've all given money through the Rotary Foundation, for instance, for polio. I've been there, I've watched the polio vaccine go on in the mouth of kids, and I know how it impacted those kids and how it impacted me. But the fact of the matter is, most of us don't have that. All we know is that by virtue of our contribution, we've made a difference in the world. And that's, I think, really what this project, as we spent a lot of time talking about it last night. It's our kind of people. They've got a need. They don't have the economic resources that we have in this part of the world. We take so much for granted living here in the United States. We've just got it made. But some of these people really need our help, and this is an opportunity for us to step forward and to do something significant, and then go to bed at night and sleep the sweet dreams of a good soul. So anyway, there you go.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah.
I think just, when I've gone through just having a baby, the part of the machines and the staffing, I mean, those are all important cogs of the wheel
Mm-hmm,
of birthing in the hospital.
yeah,
I know the little baby will
My time in that thing, pediatric, and fun stuff. But, just that stuff is important. For kids especially.
Yeah. And then, Nathan, do you mind if we just do those updates after this, or if we have time at the end of this, we're kind of running a little short with, a couple things here. Youth cultural thing, celebration, you can sign up on our website. And you can join this is at the Dash Center Thursday, November 6th. They're baking a meal and you can come and, enjoy some food from around the world with our Rotary Youth Exchange students. And then Ugly Sweater 5K. So there's business cards at every single table. Please grab them, hand them out, put them at your work, put them at your desk, put them at the front reception desk. This will help sign up for the race and the event. This is our main fundraiser for the club. There's a few slides on here. This is to sign up. There is a link on our Rotary After Hours website that you can do that. There's a volunteer link here if you want to feel like you want to volunteer, you can scan here. There's plenty of shifts. And then Megan had these nice signs made here. So if you're willing and you have a great spot to put them out to promote our Ugly Sweater 5K, please grab one. I believe
Yes.
right up there.
Yep, oh, just grab one, the stakes are here, the signs are here, grab one, put it in your yard, they are reusable. Cause
Yes.
you just put it first Saturday of December, so we'll use it this year, next year, and as long as it's weather permitting, keep using it. And then, yeah, just like Neil said, there is a separate sign up for Rotary members and a separate sign up for non-Rotary community members, and we need everyone.
Yes.
To make this successful. Thank you.
As you can see, we need volunteers Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's 4 days worth. So. Next, I'd like to introduce our guest, our main speaker for tonight. Her name is Paula Lofstrom. Am I saying that pretty?
Yeah.
Perfect. She's with the International Health Partners. She's gonna come up here. She's gonna tell us a little bit more about her organization, what she's doing. She'll explain some stuff in the back. So if you all can please welcome Paula.
Yes. There you go. First of all, I do not want to compete with Mr. Moritz and his wonderful project. And all I can say is hooray. Hooray for the opportunity that you're offering people. We used to work in Guatemala. And I know how people can steal your heart. Okay, and I would say good, and I do not want my project, our project, to compete with this. Okay, so however your heart moves is the way it moves. And we're gonna be around for a long time, and I bet he is too. International Health Partners is an organization started by 3 of us. Mary Ellen Kitundu was from Winona, and her husband was a Tanzanian MD. They both worked through Mayo. And Denny Lostrom was my husband. I lost him about 1.5 years ago. And he was a doctor with 8 specialties. They don't make them like that anymore. And I was a nurse. And so we founded IHP in about, I think it was 2002. And we are a registered nonprofit in the state of, can I say Minnesota in this state? Okay. So we are a nonprofit. Our goal is to improve healthcare in Tanzania. Just kind of a simple sentence, means a little bit more than that. And we are a registered NGO, 501c3 here. And in Tanzania, we are a registered NGO with the United Republic of Tanzania. And that just means when we get money from anybody, it's deductible. The president now is up there on the top left. That's Charles Powell. He is a neonatologist and his wife is a pediatrician. And they will be moving out there, moving to Tampa. He goes for months at a time now, but he's thinking in next June, it'll probably be permanent or mostly permanent. Marie Quanbeck is our vice president. My husband was a mission doctor in Tanzania from 1958 to 1962. And at that time, he was the doctor at Kiamboy Hospital. And the Lutheran Church at that time had 240 mission families in Tanzania, and all the missionaries' children went to Augustana School there at Kiamboy Hospital. So Denny was her doctor when she was a little girl. And she can remember him sewing up her head when she swears it was not her sister that hit her head in the head with a rock. And then her husband, a fellow Norwegian, is Dwayne Quanbeck. He's our treasurer, and I'm a nurse. Salamani Shabani he's my adopted son, David's adopted brother. That's my son, David, over there. And Sally is our vice president in Tanzania. And then Dr. Bonaventure Mezzazelli is the doctor in charge, and Miriam Mugo is our head nurse. And we've been working with them for over 20 years. So we're all like a family. So we worked with Rotary for nearly 20 years, and we love Rotary. Our first dental unit was given to us by Rotary. And you can see there, I think there were 19 clubs involved. They were mostly in California and Nevada that got us the dental unit. And there it is. Now, let me tell you, there are a lot of people there that are dental phobic. Okay. And so we've had so many American dentists come out that they taught our Dr. Bond how to do fillings and different things. But Dr. Bond wanted to know how to do a root canal. So Dr. Sam Ritchie came out from Harriman, Utah, and he taught Dr. Bond how to do root canals. And then he also brought his own hygienist with him, and she taught our hygienist how to do the dental hygiene, and they left us all the equipment to do it with. So what starts with Rotary just seems to keep growing and doing a lot of good. And I gotta tell you about, the most common thing we see are these cavities, it's right between the two front teeth. We call those Coca-Cola cavities, because out there the Coca-Cola has sugar in it, and they drink it out of a bottle right between those two front teeth, and it rots them right out. And the guy there on the top left, he did not want to come to the dentist, okay? But his 11-year-old nephew came to us for, I think it was malaria or typhoid or something. And so then he went home and he told his uncle, those people can fix teeth. And he was not anxious, except that he had his eye on this girl. And the girl seemed to have her eye on his teeth.
Yeah.
So he screwed up his courage and he came, and you can see the picture down there, the nice smile that Dr. Bond gave him. And no, I don't know about the girl. So then our next ask to Rotary was for $105,000 digital X-ray. And that was 13 Rotary clubs, mainly in Illinois and some in Tennessee, that were able to provide us with our digital X-ray and 2 ultrasound machines. Now, the local hospital, we were only the 3rd hospital in all of Tanzania to get a digital X-ray. Okay, there are 67 million people in Tanzania. Okay, and so other hospitals started referring to us right away. Now, this little boy came in with a broken arm. Not a big deal. Kids fall out of trees and break their arms, okay? But because we had the digital X-ray with the higher resolution, we were able to realize that he also has sickle cell anemia, and that we could start treatment with that right away. So Rotary, you saved this kid's life. Now, this little boy wasn't quite as fortunate. He fell down, hurt his leg. He went to a regular hospital with a regular x-ray. And they couldn't see anything. So they told him it was fine, he could go ahead and walk around. And then that knee gave way and crippled over. And then it was a week or so before they heard about us. But by then it was too late, and this young man's gonna have leg problems the rest of his life. Now, Africa is huge. It's really, really, I mean, you look at that map and Tanzania down there on the right-hand side in green looks about the size of Missouri. But it's actually the size of North and South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin combined. And China and Africa is big enough to hold China, all of the United States, including Alaska, and all of Europe on one continent. It's a big place. Now, Tanzania is right there, and our first hospital was kind of right at the end of that A at the end of Tanzania. That was Iambi Hospital. And that, we were there for about 4 years. It was a hospital that had been built in the 50s or so. It was actually a leprosarium, that after leprosy could be arrested, then it became a general hospital, but it had gone derelict. And they were seeing 3 patients a day. And in a 170 bed hospital, they had 3 inpatients. By the time we'd been there 4 years, we were seeing 110 patients a day. And we had 80 to 90% occupancy in that hospital. We turned that hospital over to the Lutheran Church in combination with the government, and they're still going and doing fine. So then we got calls from all over the country, come do for us what you did for them. So we went up to Mwanza, and again, our contract was with the Lutheran Church, and we built Nyakanto Health Center. And in 6 years, we went from, we got there and there was a small building, an administration building that we were able to convert to a medical clinic in 7 weeks. And we opened that up, and over the next 4 years, by the time we turned it over, we had 122,000 active charts. We turned that one over again to the Lutheran Church, fully functioning, fully equipped, fully self-sustained, and fully staffed. Because by then we had heard that there were 22 million children in Tanzania under the age of 15 and no pediatric hospital to serve them. Oh dear. So Mary Ellen Kitundu's brother-in-law was the chief pediatrician of Tanzania. And so we started the hospital at Zinga, the Children's Hospital at Zinga. We were there for 6 years, barreling right along, and COVID hit. And we were here, and they were there. Zoom meetings. Lots and lots and lots of Zoom meetings. But guess what? After 4 years, they were doing fine without us. And they wanted to take it over and run it themselves, and we said, that's what we do, we plant hospitals. But by then, our head nurse, who had gone back, we also have the largest nursing school in Tanzania. We have 1,400 students, 400 in a BSN level program with the same curriculum as University of Minnesota. We have 300 students in a diploma level program, a 3-year program, because the government asked us to start it, because frankly, we're good at what we do. And then we had 200 students each under a laboratory tech school and a pharmacy tech school under the umbrella of our nursing school. And that's the way you change healthcare in a country. Education, education, education is what we are all about. And so Miriam was out with a bunch of with nursing students because she was getting her master's in nursing education. And she found this area where women are dying because they cannot get to the hospital in time if they're in protracted labor. She called me on the phone and said, Mama, everybody calls me Mama, Mama, we need to start another hospital. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And that's why we're asking you for help. So we found the property, okay, kind of boot shaped there. What we have to have is about 30 acres of land. It has to be in, on such a level that we can build on all of it. It has to be within walking distance of a major bus line, so people can get to us. It has to be within 8 to 18 power poles, so we can bring in electricity. There has to be water under it or going by it. And all of those criteria were met. And so we bought that, it's 26.5 acres. And then the land that's in black over on the right-hand side is an additional 5.5 acres that we bought. This is the way the buildings will sit on the land when it's fully going. We thought it would be 34 buildings, but what we discovered is that with the slant of the land, is that we can put a half of a lower level on every building. So now we're going from 34 buildings to 20 buildings. 7 months ago, we broke ground, and this is last week. This is the outpatient department that we are planning to open in January. Down on the bottom side there, on the back side, you can see where the eye center and the dental center will be on the back side. And then there's a little thing there showing the operating room that we put skylights in, because in Tanzania, the power goes out every day. It may be for 10 minutes, it may be for 4 days. If you're in the middle of surgery, you've got about 50 seconds until the generator kicks in, but that 50 seconds, you don't want to be in the dark. So that's why those skylights are there. Now, Tanzania is an exotic and a beautiful and exciting place to be. But let me tell you, the most important thing is the people. The people. You know, a lot of people go to Tanzania to see the animals, you know, they go safari. And they get to see the animals, but they never get to interact with the people. We have about a team a month that comes out. The last year that I counted, I had 115 medical students from 13 different countries in one 6-month period. Oh Lord, nothing eats like a male medical student. But we are giving back to the world, because those students probably won't come back to us, but they'll go someplace. They'll go someplace. And so it's an important thing. And then all of the people that come and visit usually do go on safari. This is the way our money was spent last year, but 95.2% of every dollar goes directly into the program. There are other things like bank charges and auditing charges that, you know, you have to pay. So how can you help? Well, find other Rotary clubs that might want to partner with us in this life-saving and life-changing for the equipment. And the equipment, by the way, you were talking about was for babies that have, it's called a hyper bilirubin. It's a billy light, and that's what can save lives. All right, in our cadre of children that have birth defects, we have a lot of children that were born at home. And because they are dark skinned, the family didn't realize that they needed the billy light. And so those children are brain damaged and will be forever. So getting a billy light is a life-saving thing for those families. And congratulations for doing it. It's a good thing. So have a fundraiser. We have a Rotary mentor. Where is he? Bob Newberry right there. If you wanted to work with him, have your club work with him to work with us, it's a life-changing thing. So good on Rotary, that's all I can say. This is our website, www.ihptz.org. My son David is the webmaster, and we put a monthly update up on what we're gonna do. People say, why do you do what you do? Okay. My husband and I were given special gifts. We were born in the good old USA. All right. He went to medical school on the GI Bill. And my mother paid for childcare and my nursing school so that I could become a nurse. But why were we given these gifts? Why us? Well, I think it was to give them away. And you see, God created every single one of those darling children up there. And we feel called or sent to make the safest possible room for those children. So that's why we do what we do. Asante Sana is your first lesson in Swahili, okay? That means thank you very much. Thank you. The stuff that's for sale back there is made by local people, and they all have a real pride in helping us to build a hospital for them. And so whatever, there's your Christmas shopping, fellas, there's nothing there that can be bought at Walmart, you know. So do it early, do it well, and David and I'll help you over there. Thank you again.
Do you have any questions for Paul?
Oh, how much money are you looking to raise?
The digital X-ray will be $113,000.
Is there any Rotary Club you're partnering with that's working on a global grant for this, or even a district grant?
Well, Bob, you want to explain that?
Sure.
I always say that because there's extra DDF available this year, so
Yes.
take advantage of it.
We're working on it. The Valley View Rotary, we're working on a global grant for the dentistry, the new dentistry equipment and the whole suite. We're in pretty good shape money wise, if we can get the district international grant. Who's done an international grant, global grant? There's a bit of paperwork.
Well, the mobile clinic was.
Yeah, right, well, we were on that together, yeah. And the other thing is you have to have a host club, and so we have a host club in Dodoma. But communications is tough. The other thing about working near the equator, things tend to move along fairly slowly. Okay, and so we push but they're good, dedicated people. It's happening. They're Rotarians. They get it, you know. So what I'm trying to do now is help Paula coordinate, and I've talked to a number of clubs all around the country and in our area. There's a whole list of things we need to get eventually for them to have all the equipment to open in January. The X-ray is the big, huge one. There's a bunch of others, computers, and I got a whole list of those things. And so I can, if you're interested, again, I don't wanna walk over here, because that's awesome, just awesome. But I'm there as a source, I kinda know what's going on with IHP. I was there in 2011 at the Moanzo site. My wife and I went over in 2018 to Zynga. We're amazed by what these guys do. Just, I mean, it's phenomenal. But when you spend some time with the people, when I came back from Tanzania in 2011, everybody, wow, what was the greatest thing, man? The lions or the elephants or what, you know, Kilimanjaro? And I says, no, the most amazing thing was the people I met. Fantastic. And my wife has a story about walking over to the clinic at Moanza. And every morning we went past and there was this elderly woman who appears obviously lived alone, had a little one room adobe type of structure. And every morning she was out with a rake, actually it was more of a broom, sweeping whatever had blown into her dirt yard. Because she was proud, this was her home, right? You gotta appreciate that. But anyway, so that's what Valley View Rotary's doing. We're working on that global grant. I think financially we're in pretty good shape there, but there's so many other things that could be done, so.
Is there any plans for any club members or club from this area to go over and see the clinic or like after the event?
We should do that. I agree. You go ahead.
Okay. We accept guests from April to the end of September, Cause that's when I'm there to do the hosting. The rest of the time, David and I are going around the US begging for money. I have, you know, I have a title. I'm a PBE. That's professional beggar extraordinaire. But we would love to host. We have about a team a month that comes, medical teams, church teams, family teams. We had one team that was all grandmas and grandchildren. We love having people come, and then that way you get the opportunity to meet and work with the people that we serve, and then you can go, you know, go to Serengeti or Ngorongoro or climb Kilimanjaro. We had a bunch of college students do climb Kili for a kid when we were doing Zynga, and they raised the money and they climbed Kilimanjaro and they helped to build a children's hospital. So you betcha, baby. And I do breakfast, okay, for up to 40, all right? And then our wonderful Tanzanian cooks do lunch and dinner. And do not ever think you're gonna come out there and lose weight.
No, doesn't happen.
But you can email me anytime and I can send you the packet for how to come out.
So is that the Tanzania Lutheran Church or is it a companion of another denomination? Do you know?
Which ones? The Lutheran churches that we worked with out there. There are 29 dioceses in Tanzania, and we worked in the east of Lake Victoria diocese with them, and we worked with the central diocese at Singida. But actually, IHP is not faith-based. We made the contracts with those dioceses. And really, that's because you're blocked out of a lot of grants if you are faith-based. So we decided to become a 501c3. But believe me, our motto is trust God and show up for work. Thank you. Yes, one more question.
Medical professionals that start the hospitals, I'm hearing you say you start it and then they take it over, so how does that work?
A lot of training. So far, we have scholarshiped 9 Tanzanian people to become MDs. And we work with the local doctors who are terrific. Okay, and so it's a matter of hiring the right people and making sure that they're trained in the way that they need to be. And then you're turning over a whole package to people who can run it for themselves. We don't, being donor dependent forever is not our goal. But I think we'll be at Gioni until I die anyway. Any more?
You know if you're rated by a charity navigator?
I think we are, but I don't know.
Okay.
Look us up.
Yeah.
I think we're on it, but
Yeah, this too.
I don't check it.
I've got emails.
You got emails from?
Yeah, but not for a long time.
Okay, that it?
Very good.
And Jeremy, keep up the good work.
Paul, thank you so much for coming presenting to the club. What you do and what you've built in Tanzania is truly incredible. The amount of lives you have impacted with your organization over there, incredible. It's inspiring. Before we go to the last couple of slides here, I'm gonna give the microphone over to Nathan. Nathan has a couple of announcements here. We got a little bit of time before we'll end the meeting here, so we'll speak a little bit about the membership committee, and I'll get this over to our PowerPoint.
I'll be real quick. So first of all, we have a membership committee meeting afterwards. So if you're interested, stay after and there'll probably be a quick meeting, 20 minutes or so. So just a couple things. There is something called the Member Olympics that the district is doing. It's $300 that we get from the district, that we can use however we want. We just have to meet certain requirements for that. And so, one of the requirements is just to have a membership committee with a head of the membership committee, so we've got that, yes. We're good there. The other thing is we need to have a membership, survey go out, so pretty soon there'll be a survey sent out to everybody, soliciting your feedback on what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, that kind of thing, so that'll be going out pretty soon, so look for that. The other thing we need to do is some kind of member outreach or member appreciation, and we're planning again the picnic sometime in the spring. So we're thinking April. If you know the history of this, we used to do this. The last time we did this, a big one was at the hatchery. So I don't remember if you remember we had a big event at the hatchery, and I think it was Tom Thibodeau. Was that who came to speak? Yeah, so we're doing something that's a little more scaled down and relaxed, and we're thinking about having maybe getting a bouncy house and making it a big deal and trying to get a lot of people from the community to come and see. I mean, a bouncy house, if you throw that up, that's gonna attract people, right? So if somebody drives by and sees a bouncy house, somebody's gonna stop and say, what's going on there? So we're looking at getting something like that, maybe some yard signs printed up and something to just promote the club and get people interested and piggyback that off of just member appreciation in general. So that's all coming. So stay after those if you want to talk about any of that stuff. Membership committee meeting right after this. Just really quick too, the pickleball for polio, Jason Jones and I are on the committee for that. And our signups are really struggling this year, honestly. Like we haven't been getting a lot of signups. And so if you've ever played pickleball, who has played pickleball before? All right, leave your hand up if you want to end polio. All right, all of you people need to sign up, right? So there's multiple options for this. Like you don't even have to play pickleball. There's a party for polio you can sign up for. It's $15 to come hang out, get a drink ticket, hear a little bit about polio, ending polio, basket raffles. There's also like you can sign up as a Rotary Club team. And if you want to sign up with another Rotary Club member or just another general public member, you can sign up as a team and enter a tournament that way. And there's another option called Royalty of the Court as well. But it's $25 to play or $15 just to come and hang out and do the party for polio. So please consider signing up because like I said, our signups are low. So oh yeah, perfect. Here you go. So everybody, I want everybody to pull out their phone and go to this website or scan this URL. This is something that we need to get on board with. All right, so everybody needs to brag about themselves and tell us what's going on with you. So go here and submit this, and this will be, we'll just include these in the slide deck every meeting. You're not gonna be put on the spot. We're not gonna bring you up here and make you talk about anything. We're just gonna put it in the slide deck, just as a way for us to get to know a little bit about what's going on with you. So that's the idea. All right. All right, thanks. Sorry, I know I ran the meeting longer, but thank you.
You're good, Nathan. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. Please. Yes,
To answer his question, yes, we are rated on Charity Navigator.
you are rated on charity.
3-star charity.
3-star.
International Health Partners USA.
Wonderful. Please join Nathan for that committee meeting after this if you're able to. That'd be wonderful. Would love and appreciate the insight that you'd have in towards all the event and all the things that the membership committee is doing. Our next meeting will be at the Leap Center. This is at 724 Cash Street. So it's right at that roundabout. This is for the Lacrosse Community Theater. This is where the expansion project for them. They're going to tell us about what they do in the community, what they're using this building for, and then all the other programs that they provide. I'll breeze through these since we don't have much time. That will be also on, I can send out those district updates to via email too, with some friendship and. But otherwise, I always like to end with a quote for the other ones. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and be more, you are a leader, and that's what Rotarians do. they inspire change, they demand, and they get people to do more, to dream bigger, improve the lives of others. So just by being a Rotarian, you are a leader in your community and you do good. Now, everyone please stand and willing, then we'll do the 5-way test here. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will be precious, will be beneficial to all concerned, and is it fun? I remember that time, Brandon, you didn't have to remind me.
Oh. Take Douglas Flair cards on your table.